Yin yoga is one of the most challenging yoga practices that there is. It's very introspective. We hold postures from anywhere from 90 seconds to 10 minutes. There is a difference between restorative yoga and yin yoga, being that restorative yoga was meant for restoring your health back to you. So it's meant to be practiced to restore your health. Yin yoga is to strengthen and stretch the ligaments in your joints, so the ones that surround your joints. It gives flexibility. The way that restorative and yin resemble each other is the benefits for the nervous system. When we're holding postures for a longer amount of time and focusing on our breath, we're allowing our parasympathetic nervous system to activate and take over, which puts us into a rest and digest phase. So yin yoga is best done in the morning or when your muscles are cold. I don't know if you've ever seen like a vinyasa to yin class. Technically, this is incorrect. Yin should be practiced to target the joints either first thing in the morning or before bed when your muscles are cold. So we're not warming up. The best thing to do is to roll out of bed in your jammies, go downstairs, roll out your mat, and do your yin yoga. Because once you've warmed up the muscles will take over and take the stretch. What we're trying to do is target the fascia, the ligaments, and the joints, creating more flexibility, range of motion, and health in your joints. You will notice a dramatic increase in your flexibility over time with practicing yin yoga, and not only your flexibility in your body, but also your mind. So when we're practicing yin yoga, we always, what I was taught is to find your edge. So 0 being the most comfortable, easy position you could be in, and 10 being, really uncomfortable, can't hold the position, you might be shaking. So you want to find a 5. So you don't want to be too comfortable. In our yin yoga postures, we have to use our breath and we have to use our mental strength to stay in the posture. The best part of a yin posture is coming out of the yin posture. Now, there are some yin postures that are easier than others and more comfortable than others, but the whole idea of yin isn't necessarily that it's easy. Yin can be very challenging mentally and physically. When we learn to accept and embrace the discomfort, we learn to bring this into our life. We find grounded and calm in the stressful times in life. Yin has changed my life in so many ways, and I'm so glad that I found it, and I'm so glad that I get to share this with you. Some tips for yin is to get as many props as possible. Also, when you're in a yin posture, you don't want to feel any tingling or numbness. If you have to ease off a little bit, maybe prop yourself up. You don't want to feel any numbness or tingling in your joints or your limbs. So if you do, that means you have to back off just a little bit, prop yourself up. Propping is excellent. It's important to keep in mind that one side will feel different than the other, and not to force them to look the same, but to rather embrace where you are, embrace the differences, and know that it's okay and it's normal. Another tip for yin is to truly anchor yourself with your breath, coming back to the breath over and over, focusing on the inhale, focusing on the exhale. Yin yoga will truly balance your life. So our life is a yin yang. So we have the yang side, which is the masculine, which is the hard fire energy, which would be what we do with our weights, with our exercise, with our cardio. And then there's this huge other side that we are missing in our lives, which is the yin. And Bernie Clark, which is he's a Canadian and he's one of the most famous yin teachers. He said a quote, this is not exact, but if we don't make time and space for yin in our lives, life will give it to us in forms of illness, in forms of not so pleasant forms of yin. So when we embrace the yin and make time and space for it in our routine, we truly help balance our wellness in a sustainable way. Too often we will find ourselves, powering through these exercise programs and then at the end, giving up or not being able to keep it sustainable because we were not necessarily embracing the yin side of life. In our society, in our culture, everything is yang. We are, racing to the next thing, constantly getting emails, constantly getting text messages. We're cooking dinner, we're doing the dishes, we're, racing here and there. And we have been so disconnected from our yin side of life that, it's showing up in our health. It's showing up in our stress levels. It's showing up in disease, and we're going to make this time for yin, and it might be challenging, but I promise you it's going to be worth it. So try it out, give it your best. It's not going to be easy, but the more you show up, the more your body and mind will crave, and the more you will notice your flexibility changing. There's so many benefits to yin. So try it out, stick it out. You can do it. You need to carve out this time. It's so easy to, throw it to the side and not think that it's important, but it is just, and if not more important than all of the other stuff. So even with your meditations, make the time. You deserve it. You are worth it. Your family deserves your best self. You deserve your best self, and you deserve to experience a balanced, healthy lifestyle. You got this.